What up, kaiju friends and fans? Phil the Kaiju King is back. Doing a quick video on this fella. Got today, actually, or yesterday, I should say. It is the FavoriteSculptersLine Godzilla 2001 GMK off the xplus North America site. Just got released. I think this is a reissue. It was released once before, if I want to say. Nice art on the box there in color and everything. It's nice to see that in color instead of the brown and black. Alright, we'll move on to the star of the show, the xplus FavoriteSculptersLine Godzilla 2001. Alright everyone, I'm back, and here it is, the xplus FavoriteSculptersLine Godzilla 2001, aka GMK, 30 centimeter figure. I want to say I had the standard on this previously when I had to sell most of my stuff. So when this came back up on like a reissue, I pretty much jumped all over it. Probably my favorite movie of the millennium here. This Godzilla design is one of my favorites, but the 2002, 2003, I also love them very much. It's kind of like them three movies. The ones in the middle are my favorites of this millennium. Of course, Godzilla here is basically portrayed as avenging fallen soldiers or possessed by tormented soldiers from the war. If I remember right. I haven't watched it in a minute. I need to watch it again. But titled GMK is Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, which that tells you kind of what's in the film there. It's Mothra, Baragon. Baragon's in it, which is nice to see him back, and King Ghidorah, and they all team up to battle with Godzilla in the movie and throughout certain parts, and then at the finale, they all kind of are reincarnated into King Ghidorah, in my opinion, and King Ghidorah takes Godzilla into the ocean, and they have a fight in the ocean, but I think Godzilla kind of prevails anyway. Then the humans kind of defeat him with that ship when it goes inside of him and blasts a hole through his chest there, upper chest, shoulder area, and his beam comes out of that when he's trying to fire it at the end. It's a pretty good movie. It's very, very, a lot of kaiju action in it. If you want to see some good kaiju fights, there's good kaiju fights in it. Like I said, it's probably this and the 2002, 2003 movies are my favorite of the millennium for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Definitely great movies. 2002, 2003 are direct sequels to themselves. This is kind of its own standalone movie in the millennium era. Not a lot of continuity in the millennium except for 2002, 2003. And I think 99, 2000 kind of are a little bit, but not much. Let's take a quick look at him here. I got one big gripe on it here, and I'll show you in a minute, but it's charcoal gray skin all over. Tail pretty much goes straight back with an upward curve. You don't need no tail stand, which is nice. Is the RIC, so the dorsal plates do light up. I'll do that at the end of the video. There's the big feet. Big toenail signature GMK toenails. Nice sculpting of the tree bark skin on the body here, on the tail as well, on the sections. Looks good, I think. Tail is a little cattywampus in my opinion. You can see that noticeable seam there, but it's on there. It's just, it ain't exactly cut right, if you can see that. Doesn't form up exactly like normally most of them do, in my opinion. My big complaint is right here on the back of his left leg. That is where the light up plugs in. You see how the skin is more protruding? That thing is all the way in. It's just, used to that skin went down form fitting, and this one does not really do that. See, it's sticking up a little. To me, that's super annoying. It's more noticeable now than it would be previously. I don't know why they done it like that. If anybody else got this figure and your skin's like that on that light up section, let me know. But see how that's sticking up? It's really noticeable in my opinion. Up here on the midsection and belly, he's got the pudgier belly and stuff. A little bit sunken in chest, GMK. There's his hands and his claws. Of course, the dorsal plates, again, like I said, he had some pretty cool, unique dorsal plates. Not as protruding and sharp and dangerous looking as most of the rest of the Millennium, that's for sure. Of course, here's his head. Soulless white eyes. Nice eyebrow ridge. Inside the mouth, teeth individually sculpted, kind of the alligator Godzilla face type. Jawline looks like alligator almost, or crocodile. Looks really good though. Here he is sitting in my hand. We'll do some comparisons with this here feller, and let's do that now. Right, y'all, there's the 25 centimeter Millennium Concept Godzilla by Yuji Sakai. All right, we'll do some more. Let's do that now. All right, y'all, here's the 2022 Gigan. All right, let's do some more. All right, y'all, here's old Megalon. All right, one final comparison. We'll do that now. All right, y'all, final comparison, the Spiral Hall of Fame Godzilla Evolved 2024. All right, I'll move on to some final thoughts here. Let's do that now. All right, everyone. xplus Favorite Sculptors Line 30 centimeter Godzilla 2001. Here's a little light up box. I do have that. I would like that up here at the end part of my video. It's a pretty cool figure. Pretty nicely done. Glad I grabbed it here for my collection. GMK's probably one of the most evil Godzillas there is out there, that's for sure. Alright everyone, I'll close out my video. I want to thank everyone that tunes in. This is Phil, the Kaiju King. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk again soon.